Now on CoastTV News.
A significant step in the road to marijuana businesses in Delaware. The state's marijuana commissioner laying out the rules.
Paid parking season is in effect in Lewis, but some people are having a hard time actually making payments.
One company is looking to expand their business on the water, but the Ocean City Council are looking to put a stop to it. Why that is coming.
The best way to describe this weekend's weather is cloudy, clammy, and cooler. More on that in a moment.
This is CoastTV News at 5.
Setting ground rules for marijuana in the first state. Good evening, I'm Mallory Metzner.
And I'm Charlie Sakaitis. Welcome to our News at 5. We begin tonight with marijuana regulations in Delaware. The initial proposal now available.
And a big step towards marijuana business. The Office of the Marijuana Commissioner has officially released its proposed regulations. This is after months of public comment, internal discussion, and debate. In the newsroom is CoastTV News reporter Charles Reinert. Commissioner Robert Koop said there is still much to be done.
Mallory, these papers I hold in my hand are only a small part of the Commissioner's 54-page regulation. Now, these rules cover everything you could possibly think of when it comes to marijuana-based businesses, from simple things like how granting licenses will work to more focused topics like packaging and what to do with marijuana waste. And this was a big responsibility that was placed on the Commissioner's desk back when he was appointed last summer. He told me this afternoon that while there is still a long way to go until we're at the finish line, that this is a massive step.
The importance of having clear rules and regulations ensures transparency, fairness, and efficiency in the industry. And we are grateful for the collaborative approach that we use to develop these rules and regulations.
These regulations are subject to public comment until the end of the month. From there, Koop's office will take in all those comments and make any changes they see fit to these regulations. The goal is to have the final version of these regulations done by July. Back to you at the desk.
Thank you, Charles. On that note, federal restrictions for marijuana could soon become looser. Right now, marijuana is considered a Schedule I drug, which means it has no medical use and a high potential for abuse. The Justice Department reportedly wants to move it to Schedule III. Those substances are considered to have moderate to low potential for dependence. Once the DOJ makes the recommendation, it will take months to take effect after a public comment period. Heading to the coast, the Global Cannabis March is returning to Rehoboth Beach for an 11th year this Saturday. The event will begin at 1 p.m. at Surfside Place and North Boardwalk and end with a rally at the bandstand featuring speeches by local cannabis policy reform advocates. According to the Delaware Cannabis Advocacy Network, this march in particular will be focusing on that descheduling of the drug you just heard about.
Switching gears here, you might think that finding an open parking spot in Lewis during the spring and summer, that's the challenge. But people told Coast TV paying for the spot itself, that can be difficult too. Drivers have the option of paying at a meter or through the Park mobile app. But some people say they have a hard time navigating both options. One local told Coast TV, even though she's used both meters and the Park mobile app, she still has a difficult time paying.
It's a bit confusing to me, and I'm used to using it, so if people are not, then I hope they have a lot of quarters.
The Lewis Police Department says that there is a phone number listed on the meters. You can call that number if you're having a hard time paying for your spot. And this is going to bring us right into our Coast TV poll. We want to know, what will fix parking meter confusion in Lewis?
Let's look at those results. On your screen, it looks like wow, the majority here says clear instructions. That's 94%. As we just heard, people were expressing frustration over the instructions not being clear enough, so that actually makes sense.
Now, if you haven't voted yet, these numbers may change throughout the day. You can go vote right now at coasttv.com or use the Coast TV mobile app.
And now we're taking a live look outside into Dover. You can see those gray skies. It got a lot colder today, so let's check in with First Alert Chief Meteorologist Paul Williams.
Well, you know what, Mallory? It's going to get cooler today and cooler tomorrow, but we'll warm back up going into next week. But the caveat with that is, but also some scattered showers and thunderstorms are going to come in with that as well. So Our Gateway Subaru camera showing you just how cloudy and convoluted it actually looks, but it's a bit on the gray side. Temperatures in the 50s, a lot cooler than the challenging of record highs that we've had for the previous few days. Temperatures are going to stay in the 50s, and the cloud cover hovering over us, that's going to stick around as well. That being said, we have a small craft advisory that's been upgraded and updated to stay extended for the weekend until, let's say, Sunday at 6 o'clock around Cornersville, Madison, and Avalon. And we have a new advisory sent out for Cambridge, Linkwood, Secretary, Indian Bone. Coastal Flood Statement is active, looking out for inundation of possibly a foot in some low-lying areas. So that's our only concern as far as any advisories are in our area stipulated, but we're staying pretty clear for right now as far as any precipitation for now. That won't be the case later. We'll talk more about that in your full forecast. Till then, back to you, Charlie.
The company Sea Rocket currently does speedboat rides in Ocean City, but they're looking to expand their business by offering housing too. They're looking to add these houseboats in downtown Ocean City, but town council says that can't be an option. Officials told the company that no floating structures are allowed around that area. However, Sea Rocket responded by saying that the town's current zoning codes do not prohibit them from putting their houseboats right where they are. With confusion on what the town code allows, one local fears that a possible new amount of housing might cause more problems.
I can't imagine increasing the density of housing. The density of transient housing in this area is huge. And so if you add to that density by putting more houses out on the water, it's just hard to imagine.
On May 6th, the Ocean City Council will be discussing their codes currently in place and what steps they should take next.
Wrapping up the second week of testimony, former White House communications director and longtime Trump advisor Hope Hicks took the stand in the former president's hush money trial in New York. NBC's Alice Barr shows us why she's considered a key witness to the prosecution.
A one-time senior aide and confidant to former President Trump, Hope Hicks, taking the stand today and offering an inside view of the Trump campaign at a critical time before the 2016 election. Hicks testified Mr. Trump was a hands-on boss and that throughout the campaign, quote, we were all just following his lead. Prosecutors drilling down on the infamous Access Hollywood tape that Hicks testified Mr. Trump initially downplayed as locker room banter, but that she, a campaign and ultimately White House communications director, recognized as a crisis.
Clearly, she knew the explosion that tape caused because she was the one who had to deal with that blowback.
The prosecution argues fallout from the tape's release set the stage for a coordinated effort to suppress negative news stories, including alleged affairs with former Playboy model Karen McDougal and former adult film star Stormy Daniels, to deprive voters of critical information and influence the election. Mr. Trump is charged with falsifying business records to cover up an alleged hush money payment to Daniels. He denies the affairs and all wrongdoing.
Everything was legal.
The defense has cast the prosecution's central witness, former Trump attorney Michael Cohen, as a scorned ex-employee with an axe to grind. Hicks doesn't fit that mold, appearing under subpoena, admitting she's nervous to testify and complimenting her former boss's work ethic. Prosecutors hope she'll help connect the dots for the jury. In Washington, Alice Barr, NBC News.
Today in Lewis, over 20 different agencies and organizations served the community at the Senior Constituent Resource Fair. Seniors got the chance to learn more about what service and resources are available to them here in Sussex County. One local says this fair provided assistance to Delawareans to get them the help they just might be looking for.
If they came to a resource fair like this, just to know that there's somewhere you can go, like the senior center. Tell them what the need is, and they can walk in and say, okay, I'm having a need. I don't have a job. I don't have insurance. My income is too low. They come in somewhere like this, they'll get the help.
The U.S. Social Security Administration and Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services were just two of the many agencies in attendance to help out seniors. Coming up, learn how you can help protect endangered shorebirds on our own coast.
And speaking of the coast, take a look at our bay forecast in Cambridge. Saturday, 55 scattered showers. A little warmer on Sunday, watching out for thunderstorms on Monday. And in Crisfield, same situation. We'll go up to 74 degrees by Monday with thick cloud cover. And unfortunately, we have more rain on the way for next week.
Saddling up to support a cause. Coming up, I'll show you all the cool things to do on May the 4th and Cinco de Mayo.
When the largest furniture store on the East Coast has a yard sale, it covers an entire state. Johnny Janasik's huge annual yard sale is this weekend. Thousands of furniture items and mattresses marked down. Many items at cost, near cost, and below cost. Special buys and clearance items at all Johnny Janasik locations in Delaware. Bring your truck, van, or trailer and haul away huge buys up to 80% off. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at Johnny Janasik and Laurel and all Johnny Janasik locations.
At Baths by Spicer Brothers, we understand that safety is important when it comes to your shower. Our design experts prioritize your safety without compromising on style or comfort. Equipped with features like sturdy seats, strategically placed grab bars, non-slip floors with low thresholds for easy access, and adjustable shower wands. Right now, we're offering a complimentary, customized safety upgrade with factory-certified 5-star installation guaranteed. Plus, take advantage of no interest and no payments until 2026. Baths by Spicer Brothers, because you deserve the best.
Our soldiers are heroes who protect our country. But when they come home, it's up to us to help our heroes. Now, during FH First Spring Into Giving campaign, for every $29 cooling system tune-up we perform, we'll donate that amount directly to Wounded Warrior Project. FH Fur Plumbing, Heating, Air Conditioning, and Electrical. Call 877-CALL-FUR or visit FHFur.com to schedule your $29 cooling system tune-up. And use hashtag SpringIntoGiving to share how you're giving back.
Charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants. Eclectic Style, a curated collection to inspire. Estate jewelry, furniture, decor, art.
Mint and Needle Medical Aesthetics, offering injectables and innovative aesthetic procedures, a full suite of treatments and skincare that cater to your uniqueness.
Harbor Restaurant for canal front dining. Great waterfront views and fabulous food in downtown Lewis.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
This is Coast TV News at 5.
As we inch closer to summer, the number of events happening each weekend continues to climb. Coast TV News anchor Mallory Metzner shows us what you can win or even buy at a variety of themed events around Delmarva.
Sidewalk sales run all weekend long in Lewis, Rehoboth, and Dewey, coinciding with a number of cool things to do in our coastal communities, like looking at beautiful bouquets and May Day baskets outside of homes and businesses. Lewis and Bloom judges will be coming around awarding ribbons Saturday morning. The British Motor Car Show is coming to the ferry terminal in Lewis on Saturday. Coast TV News anchor Charlie Sakaitis is one of the event's judges. And I'm judging the Crazy Pants and Crazy Hats contest at Southern Delaware Therapeutic Riding's Kentucky Derby Watch Party. The horses here will be wearing numbers that match the racehorses. There will be mint juleps and a live auction. It all raises money for this local horse therapy program. The 33rd Ocean City Spring Fest runs through Sunday with local food vendors and homemade crafts. Salisbury Art Space and P-Flag Salisbury are hosting a disco dance party featuring Miss Man. Native American storytelling, dancing, food, music, and vendors will be at the Nanacoke Indian Museum. This Heritage Day event runs from 11 to 3 Saturday. The Water Family Fest and Native Plant Sale is at the James Farm Ecological Preserve on Saturday. Learn about shellfish, buffers, beaches, rain gardens, and of course, native plants. A Friday summer concert series is open for the season at Hudson Fields. A town-wide yard sale in Milton on Saturday offers a treasure trove of household goods. The Delaware Seaside Train Show is happening at the Hope Center on Central Avenue in Ocean View from 9 to 2 Saturday. A volunteer training session to protect beach nesting birds in the Cape and Lopin State Park will be on Saturday. OC Bride Fest is filming a bachelorette party game show. Plus, there's a bridal show at the Convention Center. The historic Lewis Farmers Market Saturday Market is open for the season. The Berlin Farmers Market starts this Sunday. The Rehoboth Beach Farmers Market is back in Grove Park every Tuesday. The Friends of KSI Car Show in Milford, the Chincoteague Seafood Festival, Ocean View's Spring Fling. Try local beer, wine, mead, and spirits in downtown Berlin on Saturday. Jazz, blues, wine, and brews runs from 10 to 6. May the 4th be with you on Saturday. Taco Rijo and Victoria's Restaurant have Star Wars themed specials. Costumes are encouraged. Thompson Island has an outdoor movie screening. Big Chill Surf Cantina is rounding out its Cinco Days of Cinco through Sunday with live music, carnival games, and a mechanical bull riding contest on Saturday. Lots of restaurants have specials for Cinco de Mayo on Sunday. We'll show you those menus online at coasttv.com.
Here at North Bay Marina, we know that boaters have the most fun.
Muscle pain slowing you down? Invest in your health and wellness with Hot Spring Spas at Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis. Made with top-of-the-line technologies for a remarkable hydrotherapy experience. Clean and easy, 5 times the filtration and self-monitoring that tells you what it needs to maintain natural-feeling water. With personalized control and multi-level seating to target muscle groups and provide comfort. At Delaware Hot Tub Company, we believe your hot tub should take care of you, not the other way around. Visit Delaware Hot Tub Company in Lewis today.
Every day, Washington politicians let the border crisis continue and do nothing. They fail the American people. Open border Democrats and status quo Republicans are both to blame. We need common sense leaders with the guts to get it done.
Typical D.C. politicians play politics instead of solving the problem. As governor, we fought sanctuary cities. Enough is enough. Secure the border immediately. I'm Larry Hogan, and I approve this message. In the Senate, I'll fight to keep our communities safe.
At Atlantic General Hospital, we've been busy. Busy expanding healthcare services that are second to none in our region. From cancer care and women's health services to orthopedics, gastroenterology, and more, we provide advanced health technologies delivered by top providers. Expert care every day. It's what you can count on from Atlantic General Hospital.
Charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
Lewis Gourmet and Puzzles, 30 years supporting the community. Eat extraordinary with local and global specialty foods and inspire your brain with jigsaws and more.
Breathe in the essence of spring at Floral Inspirations. Discover vibrant blooms and charming gifts for every occasion.
Or just come in for the smell of it.
Nectar Cafe. Breakfast and lunch, fresh squeezed juices, espresso, cocktails, amazing omelets, healthy salads, hearty sandwiches, Lewis and Millsboro. Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
Over 14,000 people per day are affected by water damage in their home or business. Even a small leak from a water heater, washer, refrigerator line, or even HVAC drain can cause lasting damage. Response time is critical. Paul Davis has a team of certified experts on call 24/7 to stop the water, mitigate damage, and work directly with your insurance to quickly restore your home or business. If you see peeling paint, stains, mold, or smell a musty odor, call Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodeling.
Weather brought to you by Paul Davis Restoration, your storm damage experts, here to help now.
We're in for cloudy, clammy, and much cooler conditions really for the next few days in a row. We're going to get back to spring-like temps, but also we're going to have to drag in spring-like showers and maybe even thunderstorms as well. Our gutter helmet camera indicating just how overcast it is right now. The waters are looking relatively calm, and this is located in Ocean View with temperature of 51 degrees. Now we'll drop down to 50 degrees for the by the 8 o'clock hour with relatively light winds, primarily pushing out of the east. Couple of things to pass along to you. We got a couple of sprinkles near Millsboro, but that's just a sprinkle or two. And we do have the small craft advisory that's active for us in Hudson's, Cambridge, Bucktown, Taylor's Island area, watching out for 20-mile-per-hour winds. In addition to that, we have a newly issued coastal flood statement for Dorchester as well as West Morehead for areas like Cambridge, Linkwood, Rocky Hook, Bucktown, and those areas, because we're watching out for inundation to occur, possibly a foot of inundation for low-lying areas, but it's more so connected to the high tides, high and low tides. So the tidal differences there, that's staying in effect until Saturday at about 4 o'clock in the afternoon. We do have small craft advisories that's active along the coast, but they're expected to expire by 6, 7 o'clock tonight. So we'll still see if this stays active throughout the rest of the weekend. High pressure to our north and a stationary boundary to our south west. And so we're going to look for that area of instability to begin to move its way and migrate towards us pretty steadily. And it's going to be messy when it gets here. Now, we'll start off tonight, for example. We're looking for some fog and possible drizzle for tonight. A warm beverage, not a bad idea because it's so cool. And, of course, long sleeves, not a bad idea because we have this wind that's coming off the east, and it's going to stay pretty active. Saturday morning, temps in the 50s, but feeling cooler. And then when you add the rain by mid-morning, it's going to make that wet, cold, clammy feel a little bit more so. So that's why the long sleeves are a pretty good idea. We're looking for another round of rain to hit us by Sunday morning at 7 o'clock, and then spotty showers by Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, another line of stronger storms that'll begin to push through. Now, the amount of rain is looking iffy at best. I mean, we go all the way out to, let's say, Tuesday. So we're looking for about a half an inch of rain. Over a 2 to 3 day period, that's not much. So we're looking at that spitting, annoying, light drizzle, heavy and light rain kind of a pattern. For most southern portion of our viewing area, we'll start off in the 50s Saturday afternoon by 4 o'clock, just cloudy, and then another round of rain hits us by Sunday morning, marching through our immediate area. And so with that, you take a look at our expectation. Wallops Island, we're looking at 3 days of cloudiness at the least. And then some rain on Monday for Assateague as well as there. And that holds true for us in Ocean City and then South Bethany with chances of rain all 3 days, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday for South Bethany. And we're looking for that 3-day rain pattern for Dewey Beach as well. Temperature staying near the 70-degree mark by the time we get into the 3-day stretch. Tonight, 49 with late drizzle. Tomorrow, overcast with spotty rain and only 55 degrees tomorrow. Sunday's going to be warmer, on and off again showers, but Sundays are set up for stormy weather for next week. Here's a look at your Paul Davis Restoration and Home Remodel Extended Forecast. I might have to call for a first alert day on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday of next week because we're looking real stormy by then.
We'll keep an eye on that, Paul. Thank you. Shorebirds have returned to the beaches of Delmarva, and one beach area in Delaware is closed for the season.
An area of Cape and Lopin State Park is now closed, to be specific, to protect endangered shorebirds that use this beach for nesting.
DenRec Division of Fish and Wildlife is recruiting volunteers. They need people to monitor the fence line of the crucial habitat for the endangered shorebirds.
We kind of reserve that area that has really good nesting areas and foraging areas just for them. And so having the people who come out to do the fence monitoring just really makes it so that, you know, there's some accountability for people who are hanging out on the beach, just so that they know that, yeah, this fence does, you know, this is active right now.
And we're going to have more on how you can volunteer to monitor these protected beaches coming up on Coast TV News at 6.
Coming up on Coast TV News at 5, how a new federal regulation aims to expand health care access for DACA recipients. Stay tuned on Coast TV News at 5.
At Vernon Powell, new spring sandals are in and toes are out. Brooks and Hoka are in and out. Fun athletic looks are definitely in. Comfort is in across the board. From Dansko, Bionic, and UFOs to Birkenstock, Olakai, and Hey Dude. Fish Hippie is in. Performance apparel is out on the water, on the beach, and on the job with performance gear from Yeti and Bog. Kids should always be out because Skechers, Slip-ins, and New Balance are in. Plus, Kendra Scott is now available at Vernon Powell.
Download the free Coast TV First Alert weather app today.
Hi, I just had to tell you Valley Casino has partnered with Bet Rivers in Delaware.
We've got lots and lots of exciting slots and table games to play.
With really fast payouts and a rewards program you'll love!
Plus, with award-winning customer service, the excitement never stops. Is this awkward? So get ready, casino fans. And Brittany. Bet Rivers and Valley Casino, together in Delaware. Download the app today.
For 30 years, I've been fighting for Maryland.
The man with the guts to stand up to Biden, Robin Ficker.
Biden's let 7.2 million illegals into our country. That's more than all of Maryland. I'll stand with President Trump to secure the border, declare war on the cartels, and ban welfare for illegals.
Veteran, conservative fighter, Robin Ficker for Senate.
I'm Robin Ficker, and I approve this message.
Be Charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants. Conversation Piece Jewelers, where every piece sparks a conversation. From engagements to milestone pieces that make a statement. Try us again for the first time.
Detox, sculpt, and renew at Naturally Well with lymphatic drainage treatments, infrared sauna pod, red light therapy, and spray tanning.
Sticky rice, serving small plate, authentic Thai tapas.
open for dine-in and carry-out, located in Lewis Plaza Shopping Center.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
You may think your home's crawl space is okay, but chances are it's not. Mold, pests, and rotting beams can all cause problems for your home and for your family. The good news is your home's crawl space problems can be fixed permanently, so you and your family can rest easy. Because crawl space problems won't get better with time, but they will get better with us.
Call Dry Zone today for your free estimate.
Brought to you by Dry Zone, your local crawl space experts.
Today, President Biden is extending Affordable Care Act coverage to include deferred action for childhood arrivals or DACA recipients. In a new federal regulation, the administration is modifying the definition of lawfully present so thousands of dreamers can get access to certain health care coverage. DACA allows undocumented immigrants brought to the U.S. as children to live and work legally in the country. Health and Human Services estimates that 100,000 uninsured DACA recipients will likely take advantage of the new rule. It takes effect November 1st.
In consumer news, the economy added 175,000 jobs last month, according to data from the Bureau of Labor Statistics. Now, that is less than economists were expecting. And while it is growth, it's the slowest growth since October. Economists have been anticipating a slowdown in the labor market from the pressure of those high interest rates.
Apple is facing some growing pains, and it's making a historic move to make it through. The company has announced a $110 billion share buyback, the largest in its history. Also on Thursday, Apple posted a first quarter revenue of nearly $91 billion. That's down 4% year over year. We'll be right back.
For 150 years, it's been an icon of racing and luxury. The first Saturday in May, the world turns its attention here.
I'm gonna shine my and they're into the stretch.
The 150th Kentucky Derby on NBC and Peacock.
Ladies and gentlemen, Dua Lipa.
I've been looking for those.
Host and musical guest, Dua Lipa.
When the largest furniture store on the East Coast has a yard sale, it covers an entire state. Johnny Janasik's huge annual yard sale is this weekend. Thousands of furniture items and mattresses marked down. Many items at cost, near cost, and below cost. Special buys and clearance items at all Johnny Janasik locations in Delaware. Bring your truck, van, or trailer and haul away huge buys up to 80% off. This Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only at Johnny Janasik and Laurel and all Johnny Janasik locations.
Storm season is here. Be prepared and follow these tips from Delaware Electric Cooperative. Make sure you and your family have a safe place to go in the event of a tornado or severe storm. Have an emergency kit stocked with enough food, water, and essentials for at least 3 days. And don't forget a flashlight, batteries, and weather radio. Finally, download the DEC Connect app on your mobile device to quickly report an outage. Weather can be unpredictable, but you can be prepared. Make sure you're ready when storms strike.
Jenny was playing in the yard. A large Rottweiler from the neighborhood 2 streets over got loose. It came running up to Jenny, snarling and baring its teeth. It chomped down on her arm and started dragging her away. Luckily, her mom was looking out the window and was able to intervene, but Jenny was scarred for life. Her mom knew who to call for legal help with the dog bite lawsuit case, and now you do too. Tip the scales of justice in your favor. Call Schwartz & Schwartz today.
Be Charmed by Lewis.
Visit our unique shops and restaurants.
The Brush Factory is the area's premier destination for the unique and unusual for home, garden, and you. Come support our 60-plus local merchants and artists.
Discover the taste of the Mediterranean at Olive & Oats Cafe. Start your day with breakfast delights, specialty coffees, and flavorful lunches in our cozy setting.
Cape May Lewis Ferry is sailing daily year-round and is ready to welcome you aboard. Gift cards and departure schedules available online at cmlf.com.
Come explore.
Historic Lewis.
Overcast conditions, courtesy of our Tyndall's Casual Furniture Camera. Gray and gloomy, but that's okay. We're still going to manage it, and enjoy the weekend regardless. It's still Friday. Remember that. We'll drop to 52 degrees by 9 o'clock. Small craft advisory in effect along the shore. Remember, you can catch up with your forecast by calling our line, sponsored by Baird, Mandalas, Brockstedt, and Federico. Here's a look at your exclusive 10-day forecast. Rainy Saturday, rainy Sunday, stormy Monday, rainy Tuesday, stormy Wednesday, stormy Thursday, stormy Friday. Get your rain gear ready.
Well, thank you, Paul, and thanks for joining us here for Coast TV News at 5.
Gonna have to grab my umbrella. For more news, more local weather, download our Coast TV News app.
Inside Edition is up next.
And we'll see you later tonight for Coast TV News at 6. Have a great night.